this is Renee from Little Village Homestead, and canning season is upon us. So today I'm going to show you how I can beets. We'll be right back. Okay friends, we are going to can some beets. Now normally I do pickled beets, but considering I just need to do some sliced beets this year, that is what we're going to do. So I got these beautiful today down at the farm market. And the first thing I do, I got all my stuff set up. My jars are all clean. My cold water is in a sink waiting for them. My water here is boiling. And my beets, I'm just going to put them in here because you're going to want to boil them until the skin's loosened. Usually about 3 minutes or so. It doesn't take that long. It's not like tomatoes though. It takes a little longer. So we're going to put, and these are perfect size. You know, the bigger they get, then they get a little woody. So these are good sized. So I'm going to put those in there. And I can get a couple more in there. There. Okay, we're going to put those in there. I'm going to set this aside for right now because I'll keep working on that. Those are going to have to boil for, oh, let's see. Let me zoom in on here. These are going to have to boil for a good 3, maybe 5 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. And then that skin will just peel right off when I'm in the cold water. So, when that is done boiling, I will come back and I'll show you what I do with them. Okay friends, these are done boiling. Now I'm going to put them in this cold water right away. And with that, let them cool off and the skin should peel right off them real easy. There may be some stubborn ones, but they'll do pretty good. Get them all in this water. And then I'll start up my next batch and get it boiling. Get the water back up to a boil because by the time I'm done skinning these, the next batch will be ready to come into the cold water. So and I know people are going to say, how come you don't got a blanch pot? No, I don't need a blanch pot. I just do it this way. I always have. Okay. Set these over here. I'm going to turn you around a minute because those beets got to cool off before I touch them. I'm going to put more in there. These ones, I think they boiled for about 7 minutes instead of, 5. But these are really nice beets. They're not too big, so they won't be woody. And if you're not sure whether the skin will come off of them or if they're, if they're ready, just take a fork. And if, you can get a fork in them easily, through the little bit of skin, then you know it's going to come off okay. They're ready. So, we got those in there ready to go. And turn you around here. And we got these cooling in the water. We got to cut that off. And see, you normally can just see how I'm doing that? Cut that end off. And just drag my knife across there. And that skin comes right off. See it? That's the easiest way to do it. Cut out any bad spots. And then I just take and I just slice it because I like my beets sliced. That's it. And then go on to the next. Cut that end off. And see how easy those skins come off? Pretty easy. It's just a little tedious, that's all. But these are wonderful. They're good in your pantry. I don't know how many pints I'll get out of these, but I'm doing these ones in pints. Yep, there we go. Nice, nice. I'm just going to slice them up. And the really big ones that I got a few good sized ones. See, they're almost too hot yet to touch on the inside. They're pretty warm. And these make an incredible mess, but they're worth every bit of it. And it's easy cleanup. Just a little bit of bleach will get all that red right out of your stuff. So, let me get these going. And when I get them all peeled and sliced and get them ready to put in the jars, I'll be back and I'll show you that step. Okay friends, I am back. And I have got my beets all peeled and sliced up and ready to pack in my jars. Now my jars are all clean and sanitized. My lids are soaking in nice hot water. My rings are ready. Everything's ready to go. So, first thing first is I'm going to put a ½ teaspoon of salt in each one of my jars. So I'll do these two first for you. Okay? Next thing is, and this gets a little messy, I'm going to start filling my jars. And these slices are all different sizes. Give them about a little bit of head space. Let me see, I can put another couple in there. Probably. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, I'll be right back. I forgot a little towel. So now that that is filled 3/4 of the way, I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to bring it up to about a 1/4 inch headspace with water. Okay? Set that down. We're going to debubble these a little bit. You always want to debubble them. You don't want big air bubbles in there. And just push that down. There you go. Push that all down in there. It's a little warm. Okay, here we go. We are going to wipe the rim off. Always, always, always make sure you wipe this rim off. Okay? Now we are going to put a lid on and a ring on. And this is going to go finger tight. And this is going in my canner. Okay? So I'll give you one more. And I just used my hands. We're just going to fill that jar. Get in there. I got a big one in there. There. Alright. I can do a few at a time there. Probably another. There we go. That'll be good. Alright. Okay. We're going to get our water. I believe you can see. We're going to fill it just about a 1/4 inch headspace. There we go. Okay. Wipe our rims real good. That water's hot. This makes a hellacious mess, but you know what? It does clean up very easy. Put our lid on there. Get our ring. And that's going in the canner. So there you are, friends. Let me get the rest of my jars filled and in the canner. And then when we come back, I'll show you the next step. Okay, friends, as you can see, I got 9 of my pint-sized jars in my canner. I've got my 2 quarts of water and my splash of vinegar that will keep my jars clear. So with that, I'm going to put, oh, I don't beat anything up, I'm going to put my lid on, lock it down. I've got my burner on high. Now this right here, this vent, I'm going to bring it to a boil till the inside's going to boil, obviously, and this is going to spew. The steam is going to start coming out of this vent, and I'm going to let it vent a steady stream for 10 minutes, and then I'm going to put my 10-pound jiggler on it. So when this is spewing, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how it looks. Okay friends, I'm back, and this has been spewing for about 10 minutes, so I'm going to put my 10-pound weight on there. And then when this starts jiggling, I'm going to time it. And I'm going to start timing it 30 minutes, because you want to pressure can pints for 30 minutes and quarts for 35. So there it is, and when it is done, I will show you how it looks. Okay friends, this is done and it's cooled enough to open it up, but still, even at that, you want to open this away from you so you don't get a face full of steam. So got that. Now again, these went for 30 minutes, and look at how beautiful they turned out. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Look at how light they are. Look at the difference. This is before being canned, and this is after. It lightens right up, but they are beautiful. So I'll take all these out, and then I'll get my canner ready for my second load, because I got another load to do, and then I'll be done with these. But that's how it's really pretty easy. It's just a little tedious preparing the beets to be canned, you know, peeling them and cutting them up. But other than that, it's wonderful, and they're beautiful in your pantry. And they are good for you. So, and there's that one. There you have it. I've got 9 of them there, and I got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another 9 to go. So, out of all those beets I did today, I've got 18 pints. So, there you have it, friends. That's how easy it is to do. I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching.